Hey guys, today is June 27th. You know how I know that? Well, because I marked in my calendar, and that's how I keep up with the days in here. Today I'm going to do the June calendar page. And I have my paint book out in case I need to put extra paint in it. And here's our June inspiration page. And if you don't know what this is about, there's a playlist with calendar. I forget the name. It's about calendars though. So go look in the playlist. Bailey's distracting me because I'm drinking a smoothie and it's got a lot of banana and a lot of spinach in it. And she already had a little bit of it and she wants some more. And she's got her paws. I wish I could show you. She's got her paws on the... Let me take a picture if I can. Here's a picture of Bailey, what she's doing right now. She wants my drink. Oh my goodness, she's crazy. She's holding on for dear life on the corner of that table. Crazy little girl. Okay, anyway, she wants some of my smoothie and I'm trying to gulp it down, but I made more than usual because I've changed how I'm doing things a little bit, and so it created more bulk and less calories, so I can drink it all, but my goodness gracious, she makes it hard. Okay, calendar page. This is our June, and I'm going to work on that. This is the markings I made last year. This is a 2016 calendar, and here's my paper that I'm going to stick behind here to work on that has our list of things dogs can and cannot eat. Shall we review that again this month? No, we will not. But if you want to know about it, revert to the last video. This video here, I'll show you. This video, May, talks about treats and stuff that dogs should not have. Alright, not very much really. I just kind of touched on it and I was surprised I left it in there because it was just totally off topic. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my inspiration for June and I'm going to pull from here and get my ideas and inspiration and put it here. And of course I love this page because it's got like some of my most favorite things. First, it has green colors, which these greens I really love. It has birds, which I really love. It has black on top of anything that it makes everything look good, so I really love that. And it's got stenciling in the background, really big numbers too. I like the big number stenciling, and I think I will go look and see if I have a big number stencil or a big letter stencil, and I will try to bring that onto my page because anytime I see something on the page before that's inspiring to me, I want to use it if I can. I want to bring it over to my page. If I don't see anything that I want to bring over to my page, what I do is I draw from the colors and the layout and the images, whatever's on this page. So that's the plan. All right, I'll be right back with you guys. Hang tight, like Bailey. Hang tight on the table, like Bailey. Okay, I went through my stuff and I found a paint I want to use. I want to try and see if I like it. This is Anita's all-purpose acrylic and it is citrus. And I have white gesso here. You can use white paint. This happened to be closest to me. I'm going to use this stencil here. It's a Crafter's Workshop, and it is called Mini Well-Rounded. It's got several different designs on it. And I also found in my big drawer over there where I keep my bigger stencils, I have this big stencil here. I might use a letter off of here, although it's not really wowing me right now, so we'll see. And then I found these. These are, I think these are a new set, but I have an old set somewhere, and I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them, so I guess I may have to get these out. Someone gifted me these, and I might use that. I also have some washi tape here. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I have no idea. I may not use it. I just set it over here because it had yellows and greens in it. What I'm going to do is, and I don't know if I'm going to like this, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to put down my green citrus paint with my napkin here. I'm just going to blot it on. This is thicker paint than I thought, so I might be adding some white gesso after all, sooner than I thought. No, maybe not. Maybe not. And maybe you should be closer. Hey guys, today's July 8th. This video was made in June, but I had a few other videos ahead of it to be edited, so that's why you're not seeing this until July. But better late than never, right? I'm going to put some gesso in here. You know I have to, right? Yep, I knew you would use gesso. I like gesso. You can use white paint like I always say, but I actually like the gesso better. There's something about the consistency and the texture of it. Some of them are thicker, some of them are thinner. This one happens to be just right. Okay, I was looking through my green, and the green that I want to use that kind of goes with what they've got is Holiday Green by Deco Art. So I'm just going to go with it. I can always cover it up. And I don't think I mentioned what kind of gesso I'm using, although I usually tell you in each video. It is the Liquitex gesso, and for some reason it's got a little more transparency than other gessos that I've used, so I really like this one. We're going to go on to the... See, they put drippage on here, like these lines, and I tried to do that on this page last month, and it just looked awful. And this month they're actually doing it on the page, and I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave it off, I think. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take the stencil, the big letter stencil, and we got to decide. I didn't realize we could hear this quick, but we got to decide what we want to use. I don't really like this lettering for that. I don't know, maybe it's kind of cool. Maybe I'll use both. How about that? Can't decide, use both. I've got letters and I've got numbers. I love the letter B on here, and I do plan on putting a bird on here, so let's go with the B first. And I'm going to I'm going to whiten down the same paint, the Deco Art Holiday Green, and I'm going to mix a little white into it until I get it the color that I want. After I get the color mixed together, I pull out my paint book and I do a test run with the letter B to see if I like it, and I do like it. And all it did was just lighten the paint color a little bit. It didn't really change it that much. And also later in the video, I do tell you the stencils I'm using. I didn't tell you at the exact time I pulled them out, but I do tell you later on. And you will see me using a sponge, and you'll see me using a brush. And that's because the letters on here are narrow, and the sponge was making it be smushy. So I pulled out a brush, but the brush didn't do it for me either, so I went back to the sponge. Neither one was making me that happy, so I just kept going back and forth, and it worked out okay. I got it down. What are we going to do now? We need some more stenciling over there, or on the page, because they put more stenciling, so we're going to do a little bit more, and also because I just like it. Instead of using letters, I'm going to switch over to this stencil, because I really like this, and I just want to use it. I just felt compelled to pull it out of the book. But before I go further, I want to tell you guys, the big B that I used came from the alphas from show-offs that's just sold at like Hobby Lobby, I think. And the other one, I knew somebody would probably ask, so I thought I'd better tell you. The other one is just a set that's called Lettering Guides, Letters and Numbers. The stencil I'm going to use now, it's called Mini Harlequin, and it is by the Crafters Workshop. So, and what I want to do is I'm going to take my green again, and I'm going to put it out on my mat, and I think I'm going to use it full strength. No, I'm not. I'm going to mix a little bit more of another green in there, I think. I think I'll put a little bit of this Deco Art Citrus in there that I just had a minute ago. I'm just going to blend those. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. So I'm just going to put down the paint through this stencil. I really like this stencil. I don't know why. It's just one of my favorites. And we have leftovers, so that's what our little paint book is for, to throw the leftovers in. I'm really loving my paint book too and can't wait to work in it. Alright, now what? Black. Let's bring some black in. Kind of wishing I'd have done the bird in black. I liked it at the time, but you know, time passed, so now we gotta change it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over it with black. So I'm gonna line up my B on top there the best I can. And I'm just gonna go over the B again with my black paint and the sponge. Yeah, I like that better. I liked it much better after I did the black, and I did the same thing with the smaller letters. I used the sponge, I used the brush, just went back and forth, trying to get it right, and you know, it's not perfect, but it's okay. Okay, not too bad, not too shabby. And then we have leftover paint to do something with, so let's get our paint book out. Sometimes I throw the extra paint into the current calendar I'm working in too. Okay, this stencil is a die cuts with a view, and it doesn't have a name. I don't know why they don't name their stencils, but it's EM-033-00005, and it looks like that. I have always wondered why Die Cuts with a View doesn't name their stencils. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't remember the names of most stencils anyway, but I've been curious. Maybe I don't need any more black on there. Maybe that's enough. Or maybe I could go back to this design and pull one of these out. That's pretty much self-explanatory. I'm going to play around with a bird. And I have washi tape here, and I'm wondering if I can create a bird that I can then put down on my calendar. And off to the side here, I have a piece of junk mail. And I could use this. I kind of want a funky looking, chunky, round bird. And instead of trying to fuss with a circle, maybe I'll take something I've already got and just draw a circle around it. Let's see if this is going to be big enough for a bird. And take a lid or something like that. I think that would be perfect. And I can always cut it down. So now what I want to do, so I'm going to cut this out. So I'm just going to cut the circle out. And we need some wings. So I trace out a wing and I cut it out. And then I flip it over and trace it again and cut it out. I don't want the draw lines on there, so I'm going to erase those. I'm just using a standard regular pencil top eraser to do that. Let's just start putting washi tape down. We need to put glue down though. Here's where things start taking a little bit of a turn for me. I had a hard time with this page. I struggled to get to the point where I really liked it. In the end, I came to terms with it, and I think it's fine. It's not one of my favorite pages, but I like it well enough. But I explained to you in the end what happened and why I think that I had trouble with it. Ooh, yay, look at that. We finished this tape. And you guys know I'm on a mission to use up my stuff, so I get very excited when I finish up something. It's a really good feeling. I really have enjoyed that part. All right, let's see what we get. Let's cut it out. Back to the page. As I said, I had trouble liking this page, and I really didn't want to put the video up. I thought long and hard about it before I actually went through and put it up. I did a lot of editing, took a lot of it out. Let's do the wings, because then I'll know if I like this or not. I'm not sure how I feel yet. But I thought, you know, I'm going to put this up because not every time I sit down to work or create, things look great. Not every piece has to be beautiful. It's the process, it's the journey, it's learning, it's the fun. Okay, so I've been going through this little tiny jar that I've got that has little odd and end things in it because I was looking for something specific. Y'all know how you use photo corners, where you stick your corner down and you stick your photo into it like that on your albums, right? Y'all know how those work. So let's say that's a photo and you stick them in there like that. I've got a bunch of those little tiny ones, and so I was thinking of using those in my little bird here. And what I wanted to do, and I haven't glued anything down, I'm just practicing playing with it. I put the bird down and I wanted to take the photo corners and I want to make his nose out of photo corners and his eyebrows and his hair. And then the two little round things are just, I don't know, like little, just round things from like bingo chips or something. He's going to be a big-eyed bird coming in low. He's coming in low under the bird sign. I'm going to paint his eyes. I'm going to paint them black. Those eyes are way too big for this bird, and I realized that at some point. I think I'm going to take my black stays on and go around the pieces of the bird. I don't know why I decided to do that. I think sometimes I do things just to give me time to think. And I still haven't decided if I like the washi tape this color. I mean, just left this color, or maybe I should put something on it to... I don't know. I don't know what to do. So, when you don't know what to do, just do something. My dad wrote a note to me one time. This is at a very rocky stage in our relationship. He said, do something, do anything, even if it's the wrong thing. Basically, get off the fence. I kept that note. I have anything he ever wrote to me by hand, I have it. I do have a couple letters from him, and which is unusual. Dad didn't write letters. And I have a couple of notes and some instructions for work, the things he wanted me to do for him one day when I was visiting. And he always put me to work when I was down there because I used to work for him. So, and the other note he wrote me was, do right even if it hair lips the devil. Oh my goodness, I miss my dad. The more I talk about him, the more I miss him. So now, I'm not loving this bird. Something about this bird. Let's paint him yellow. Bright yellow, no, we don't want bright yellow. Daffodil yellow, we'll try that. So if you notice, we're painting him yellow, and if you're paying attention, later in the video, you're going to realize that we come around full circle and we paint him yellow again. But we got to go through this process to get to where we wind up. Maybe I'm having trouble with the yellow. You know, I'm having trouble with the yellow. That's the problem. I think that's the problem. Bailey's over there snorting. She's making her little snorty sounds. Okay, you're going to think I'm crazy, but what I'm going to do, and I may think I'm crazy, I'm going to take something that kind of looks good with the green. This is cobalt turquoise. And I don't know if it'll look good or not, but we're going to cover the bird with this. And if we don't like it, we'll just make another bird. And I'll use this for something else. This was a really bad decision. It looked terrible. I hated it so bad. I was ready to chuck the whole thing at this point. I was like, I am so done with this. Okay, I hate it. So I'm going to try one more thing. I don't know if you figured this out yet, but I hate to quit. I hate to give up. I want to win. I want to fix it. So I keep trying. I don't like it. I don't like it. So let's cover it up. Let's just cover it up completely with gesso. And then maybe we'll paint it a yellow or something like the words up there, because they evidently know what they're doing, because I like what they did. And I don't know what I'm doing. No, I just didn't like what I came up with, and sometimes you don't. And I'm going to let you guys see that it's not always a walk in the park. And that's the thing that makes art fun for me, the journey, getting there. I really enjoy the learning. I like the process. I like the figuring out, will I like it, will I won't, will I won't. Will I not? I like all that. So that's just me. Okay, we're gonna go back to white, the white gesso, and I'm going to take my yellow paints. This is 2 colors. Deco Art, both are Deco Art. One's bright yellow, one's daffodil yellow. The washi tape just didn't work. The idea is a great idea. I made some cute washi tape birds. It's in a video somewhere back. And she's snoring. And so it's a good idea. It's just that it's not working on this project at all. Yellow didn't work the first time for me, so I don't know why I thought it was going to work the second time. I think because I blended a couple of yellows together and added some more color to it. I don't know. I'm going to try my nickel azo gold in golden and see if I like it mixed in there. I don't even know what to say at this point. Even re-watching the video and editing, I'm thinking, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I've got a little bit of raw umber by Golden on my mat here, a little dot. And I'm just going to go around the edges of my wings and see if I like it. I asked my dad one time why he liked to play golf. He said it was that one perfect swing that kept him going back. And I have always remembered that, and I think of that in my art. It's that one time that I make something really pretty that keeps me going back, even when I make something that I don't like as well. Okay. I am hating this. I'm hating it so bad, you guys. But we're going to keep going because I believe that we can salvage it. I just really hate this. So what I did off camera, and I did it off camera because it's the same steps, is I just created a head and I just kind of cheated and bypassed a few steps. And it doesn't look exactly the same, but it looks close enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is how I'm going to overcome my issues with this bird, I think. I'm going to go ahead and put it together. And then I'll work on it if I don't like it. And I've already decided I want the wings there, and I want to put the head there. So this is a chunky little bird sitting there. He's either sitting or squatting or flying or who knows what he's doing, but that's the way I want to do it. So I'm going to take some glue. Just go ahead and attach the bird wing. So I'm just going to glue his wings on and his head. and I like him much better after I get him put together. I wanted a squatty little bird, and he's a squatty little bird. He's just an ugly squatty little bird. Poor little bird. I don't know. See, being together makes me feel better. And what I did was I made eyes a minute ago, and I told you about it, but they're way too big for him. I don't like them. So we're gonna make them smaller. I'll just cut them down. No, I'll punch. I'm gonna stick it in the hole punch here, and that's probably the size I want. That's much better. Okay, now decide where I want my eyes, and I'm gonna glue them on because then I'll feel better about the whole bird. And here's his little nose, his beak. I gotta make it darker. That's cute. That gives him lots of head space though. Put a little hair up here. We'll color these. I kind of liked them low. This is where I should take a picture. But I'm kind of frustrated with this whole project now. I know I shouldn't be, but I am. I'm just being honest. I'll bring the nose down there, and I'll bring the eyes right there. I like that. I'm going with that. So let's get the eyes and the beak glued down, and then we will go to the hair next and work on it. Okay, that's kind of cute. It's looking kind of cute. Kinda. Alright, now I'm going to do his hair. I don't even know what color I used for the hair. I think at this point I was just like, let's just get this over with. I don't know. Okay, I dried them, and I actually like that. It came out to be kind of a rusty look, and I'm just going to go with it. I can paint over it after I get it glued on here, but my goal is to get it glued down so that I can stop fussing with it. And I think that I'm going to like this. Okay, I got his hair on. It's still drying. The glue's still there. You can see it. And I'm going to paint his beak. I did a little work on her eyes also, but that part of the video is missing for some reason. Okay, I've been thinking about her, and we've been talking off camera. She told me that I said if I put a flower or a butterfly on anything, it'll look good, and so I thought, she needs some flowers. So I'm going to glue her on the page first and secure her down. And then I've gone through my little box here, and I'm using up more of my stuff, and I've got 3 flowers out here. A little suitcase that just hit my eye from this little jar here, and a little round piece that hit my eye. So we're gonna doozy her up a little bit and put her on the page and see if we can come to terms with her. And I'm thinking maybe the background's bothering me. I don't know. I may go over it with a little bit of white paint. I don't know. But right now, let's get her down on the page. So I get her glued down on the page. I really want her to glue down because once I commit to that, then I can free my mind up from getting rid of her and going on to something else. That way she's already on there. Off camera, I went around my little pieces here with my Distress ink, just so y'all know, the walnut stain. So, before we go any further, I want to doozy up this bird here before I put those on. I just took my white Sharpie poster paint pen that's water-based and put dots all around the B and the other letters. I did come back and put some more dots in the B. I don't know why I did that later on. I just wanted to. I just wanted to add more to it, so I did. And the suitcase, I thought she could be traveling. She's a traveling bird, so maybe we could set it right beside her, like she's carrying it under her wing or something. If I'd have thought about it, and if I'd known I was going to use it, I might have stuck it under her wing. But I didn't, so let's just pretend she's carrying it or flying with it. So I'm going to glue her suitcase down, and she's thinking, thank goodness, now I got my suitcase, I'm getting the heck out of here. And then these little flowers, I put up in her hair somewhere. The flowers did wind up covering her hair for the most part. I think you might have seen a little tiny peek of it, but it's okay. I like the way it turned out. Okay, I gave her a little bit of a fake eyelash look. Foofy eyes. Oh my goodness, poor girl. Poor girl. I don't like this green. I don't like a lot of this green that's going on, so I want to push a little bit of it back. You know that song from Dirty Dancing, Hungry Eyes? Now all I can do is replace hungry with foofy eyes. Oh, they wouldn't want me writing songs for movies, I can tell you that right now. Okay, off camera, I went ahead and added some more dots into my B. I just wanted more white filled in. And I am taking my Posca pen, and it's just dangerous because I haven't sealed this page and it won't rub off very easy, but I am going around her Anyway, I wasn't going to, but I decided to go ahead and do it anyway. Because at some point you get so desperate you're willing to do anything to make the page look better. No, actually I really wanted to emphasize her a little bit more. Okay, I kind of patched up her eyes a little bit, but boy oh boy. I need to put a little something in her flowers, and Spa Blue always makes me happy, and I need a little happy, so we're going to use Spa Blue. I mean, when all else fails, go to Spa Blue. I'm just going to put some in the center of the flowers there, just to bring out the flowers a little bit. And that's not bright enough, so, but it still looks okay. When the eyes finish drying, I'll add our little white dots in there. And I think what I want to do now is just go ahead and seal this page. And then if I hate it, I just won't put the video up. That's all there is to it. Now, I probably will. I just want you to see the process of things when they go well and things when they don't. And I don't know, does anybody ever sit down and everything goes well all the way straight through perfectly? Videos make you think that. I mean, it appears that way because there's editing and fast forwarding, and then there's talkovers and eliminating all kinds of stuff. But do they sit down and do they go straight through with no problem if they haven't practiced the page they want to make, or if they haven't made a bazillion of them ahead of time so they're like really familiar with what they're doing? I don't know. For me, it doesn't go straight through perfectly. I'm telling you that right now, and you've seen it here live. Not live, but kind of live. I'm going to seal this page. I'm going to seal it, and then I'll add anything else I want to add to it. And I'm going to use a little bit of Mod Podge. I'm just going to put a light coat of Mod Podge across the page. And that way, if I add anything else on top of the page and I want to get rid of it, it'll be easier to take away. And the page will be sealed, and I won't have to do it later. Okay, I say this almost every video. I am a glutton for punishment. I want something more on the screen. It's bothering me for some reason. And I know the trap I've fallen into on this page, and I'm going to share that with you in a second. But for now, I want to bring in a yellow or an orange somewhere else on the page. And if I don't like it, I want to cover this in white somehow. But I thought that I would bring one of these colors up here somewhere. We have a lot of yellow, so maybe the orange is what I should go with. I just want to do a little stenciling just to get some color somewhere else on the page besides right down here. The whole time I was creating this page, I really did give a lot of thought to what was my problem? Why was I having issue with this page? And I do believe that I came up with the right answer. I do believe I fell into this trap that I'm going to tell you about. Okay, you can't really tell what the design is because the color is not really bright, but I like the color on there, so we're going to go with more of that. Another problem might be that I wasn't in the mood to work with those colors that day. But I had started the project, and I'm kind of stubborn in the sense that once I start something, I want to see it through to the finish. I don't want to leave it unfinished. So it might have been smarter for me to put it to the side and finish it later, but I didn't. I did do some writing on her stomach, and then I'll come back and tell you the rest. Okay, this is busier than I really wanted, but it's fine. It'll do fine. Okay, the trap I fell into, and it's a trap a lot of people fall into, and it doesn't apply just to art. It applies to everything in your life. Well, not everything maybe, but a lot of things. Comparison. When I do these pages, I'm using this as a reference page. And there's been several times in the past year and a half or two that I've been doing this, that I finish my page and I like my page better. Like for instance, and I told you this in one of the last videos, I think, when I did this. I like this page better than this page. It's just my preference, my taste. I like this page better. I like her page on this one because I like this, but it's not, it's just okay. And in this, I like her page better because, this is pretty, but it's not my favorite page. And this page, these are kind of iffy equal. I like mine a lot, and I like hers, so they're kind of tie. I kind of like my flowers better, but this one I like better than this one. This one I don't like better than this one. I like this one better. This is elegant. It's blends well. Everything goes well together. The birds are sweet and cute, and it just is pretty. Mine is more, whimsy, and I'm not her. So the trap I fell into was I was comparing these two pages, and the comparison made me not like this page as much. But if I was to sit down and go through a journal with you guys and do a flip and say, these are all the pages I've done in this journal, and go through each page, and we didn't look at the page above, all you would see is this, and you would either like it or you would not like it, and then you would like it or not like it. Same thing for that. And it's the same thing for this page here. If this page didn't exist, I probably would think this is cute. This is just whimsy. I like it. But I fell into the trap of comparing myself. So it's a good thing to not compare yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people because, number one, you're not them. Your brain doesn't work like theirs. Your hands don't work like theirs. Your mind, your body, nothing. Your thought process is different. And she's got years and years of experience. I haven't been doing this as long as she has, probably, I would think. My goal was to use this as inspiration, get colors and an idea, and that's what I did. So if we don't look at that page and we just look at this, she's not bad. She's cute. She turned out pretty cute. So we're going to call this done. Thank you guys for being here through the good and the bad and the ugly, the struggles, the ups and downs, the decisions. So I hope you guys have a great whatever it is, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. So thank you guys for watching. I wanted to come back one more time and tell you how much I appreciate all of your kind comments. It really means a lot. And I hope this encourages you to know that anything you create can be fun. It doesn't always have to be perfect. Thank you again, and I'll see you soon.